On February 3, 2026, the CEO of the world's most famous restaurant chain posted a video online. He was launching a new burger. But what he accidentally launched was the most viral corporate moment in fast food history.
I love this product. That's a big bite for a big arch.
He called it a product, not food, a product. Then he took what can only be described as the bite of a man who has never once in his life been hungry. The internet wasn't impressed. Competitors lined up to publicly eat their own food on camera. Wendy's ate a burger. Burger King ate a burger. Chris Kempczinski did not finish his burger on camera. But here's the thing, that clip wasn't funny. It was a symptom. Because the man paid $20 million a year to represent affordable food for working families. The food that built one of the greatest empires in American history, called it a product, took the smallest bite in recorded human history, and finished it off camera. And that one moment made us question, when did McDonald's stop being for us? This is the story of a promise made to America and how it got broken. To understand what was lost, you need to understand what was built. It starts in 1940. Two brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald, opened a small drive-in barbecue restaurant in San Bernardino, California. Nothing special, just another roadside stand in post-war America. But in 1948, they did something that would change how the entire world eats. They threw out the menu, simplified everything. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, fries, shakes. That's it. And they built what they called the speedy service system, an assembly line approach to food that meant your meal was ready in seconds, not minutes. A hamburger cost 15 cents, fries were 10 cents, a milkshake was 20 cents. In perspective, 20 cents in today's money is $2.77. For a working-class family in 1950s America, a family that couldn't afford restaurants, that cooked every meal from scratch because eating out was a luxury, this was revolutionary. Dining out wasn't for wealthy people anymore, it was for everyone. Then, in 1954, a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman named Ray Kroc drove to San Bernardino to see why this tiny burger stand had ordered 8 of his mixers. One visit, and he saw it. Not just a restaurant, but a generator capable of feeding the world. He became their franchising agent. By 1961, he bought the brothers out for $2.7 million, and the rest of America became his territory. By the end of the 1960s, McDonald's had over 1,000 locations. By 1971, they were in Japan and Europe. By the 1980s, a new McDonald's was opening somewhere in the world every 5 hours. The Golden Arches became one of the most recognized symbols on Earth, more recognizable than the Christian cross, according to one study. And what they represented was simple, a promise. High-quality food made affordable for everyone. For 60 years, that promise has not only fed the world, it has shaped the world. Think about what McDonald's actually meant to people at its peak. In the 1970s, going to McDonald's was an affordable treat. A family of 4 could eat out without breaking the piggy bank and enjoy a meal together. It wasn't just food, it was access. For the first time in history, the experience of eating out, something previously reserved for people with money, was available to anyone who could stack together a few coins. The numbers tell the story. By 1990, McDonald's was serving 22 million customers a day. By 2000, 45 million. Today, it serves 69 million people every single day across 40,000 locations in over 100 countries. No restaurant in human history has ever fed more people. It became the world's largest toy distributor, 1.5 billion Happy Meal toys a year. It built Ronald McDonald houses that gave families a place to stay while their children were in hospital. It created Hamburger University, a genuine training institution for restaurant management that has graduated more than 275,000 students. If you don't like studying university, then Hamburger University is the institute for you. McDonald's wasn't just a business. At its peak, it was an institution, a piece of social infrastructure that millions of people genuinely depended on. And at the center of all of it was the promise Ray Kroc made in 1955 and kept for 60 years. Fast, consistent, affordable, for everyone. Then something changed. It didn't happen overnight. It never does. It started quietly, a few cents here, a price adjustment there, always a reason. Labor costs, ingredient inflation, supply chain disruption, all legitimate, all understandable. But the numbers tell a story that's hard to explain. Between 2014 and 2024, McDonald's menu prices increased by 100%, the highest price increase of any major fast food chain analyzed in a Finance Buzz study covering 12 top chains. McDonald's doubled its prices in a decade. Overall inflation in America during that same period was 31%. McDonald's prices grew at more than 3 times the rate of inflation. They are robbing your money legally. A Big Mac meal that cost around $5 in 2014 now costs $18 in some cities. The same meal, the same burger, the same fries. 3.5 times more expensive in 10 years. And here's what makes it the betrayal. It wasn't just McDonald's. Popeyes raised prices 86%, Taco Bell 81%. The entire fast food industry quietly repriced itself out of the demographic it was built to serve. Households earning under $40,000 a year, working families, students, anyone who relied on the golden arches as a genuinely affordable treat started doing the maths. Math also betrayed them. 44% of lower-income consumers are dining out less than the year before. They haven't traded up to nicer restaurants. They've traded down to dollar stores, grocery stores, and cooking at home. For the first time in McDonald's history, the brand built to be the affordable option became too expensive to be the affordable option. Going to McDonald's now is the new luxury. That's not a pricing problem. That's a broken promise. And back to that CEO. The CEO being paid $20 million a year, picked up a burger, calling it a product, and barely pretending to eat it. He's not the customer. He has never been a customer. And somehow, nobody noticed until the internet pointed it out. Here's the part nobody expected. While McDonald's was busy doubling its prices and losing the people who built it, a casual dining chain mostly known for its fajitas and bottomless chips was quietly eating McDonald's lunch. Chili's. In the first half of 2025, Chili's posted a 31% same-store sales increase. Not 31% better than a bad year. 31% growth, while almost every other major chain was declining. Its Triple Dipper combo, 3 appetizers for 1 price, went so viral on TikTok that sales of that single item surged 70%. People were genuinely excited about a deal. Can you remember the last time anyone was genuinely excited about a McDonald's meal? You can't, because they all passed away. Chili's did something radical. It directly advertised against McDonald's prices. It pointed at the $18 Big Mac meal and said, "Sit down with us instead. We will give you more food." And people went. Taco Bell posted 9% same-store sales growth in the same period. The winners in this environment all have one thing in common. They kept the promise. They gave people a genuine reason to feel like they were getting value for their money. Meanwhile, traditional fast food chains are scrambling. McDonald's launched a $5 value meal. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, McDonald's had to pay the franchisees just to keep it on the menu. That's how far the trust has eroded. They're paying to look affordable again. The most damning fact in this entire story isn't the price. It's this: when times got tough, consumers traded down to fast food. That was the safety net. That was McDonald's entire purpose and its greatest insurance policy. That's not happening anymore. For the first time in history, people are trading down past fast food. When money gets tight, they're choosing grocery stores and dollar stores over McDonald's. The safety net has a hole in it, and the people who built McDonald's are falling through it. So where does this leave McDonald's? With 40,000 locations, $25 billion in annual revenue, and the most recognized logo in human history, McDonald's isn't going anywhere. The empire Ray Kroc built is too big and too deeply embedded in the fabric of daily life to simply disappear. It's like forgetting Jesus existed. But empires don't have to disappear to lose what made them great. McDonald's built its empire on one idea: that good food at a fair price should be available to everyone, not just the people who can afford restaurants, not just the top earners. Everyone. For 60 years, that idea fed billions of people. It changed how the world eats. It created an institution that working families genuinely depended on. And then, somewhere between the shareholder reports and the labor cost projections and the ingredient inflation and the price adjustments, the people who needed it most got quietly priced out. A CEO called a burger a product and took the world's smallest bite. And maybe that's the most honest thing McDonald's has done in years. Because here's the truth: if the man paid $20 million to sell the product he won't eat on camera, maybe the product was never really for him. It was always for us. The question is whether McDonald's still remembers that. Every empire has a story. Subscribe to hear the next one.